Have you ever noticed how certain people seem to walk into your life at just the right moment? Sometimes it feels almost accidental, a passing encounter, a brief conversation, a friendship that forms out of nowhere. But as the years pass, you start to realize that very few things in life truly happen by chance. The people who stay, who stand by you through time, are not accidents. They are part of the intricate design of your life's journey. As we get older, we come to understand that relationships are not about how many friends you have, but about the few who actually matter. It's no longer about being surrounded by people, but about being surrounded by the right ones. In this video, we're diving into 4 kinds of people you should hold on to as you age. Each of these people adds something unique to your journey. They are the pillars that keep your spirit young, your mind sharp, and your heart alive. Stay with me until the end, because understanding who these people are and why they matter will not only change how you see relationships, but also how you see yourself. These insights might just shift your entire perspective on what it means to grow old with grace and meaning. Now, let's get started. Number 1, the one who reminds you of who you are. As the years pass, it's easy to lose small pieces of yourself along the way. Responsibilities pile up, people come and go, and you adapt to survive. But every once in a while, you meet someone who seems to hold a mirror up to your soul, someone who reminds you of the person you were before the world told you who to be. This kind of person is rare, and you'll know them when you meet them. They're not impressed by what you own or the titles you've held. Instead, they see your essence. They recognize your humor, your quiet strength, and the dreams that never quite faded, even as time passed. When you talk to them, you feel lighter, as if someone who remembers your first victories and failures. Or maybe it's a new friend who somehow understands you without needing years of history. The connection feels familiar, almost sacred. They remind you that beneath the wrinkles and experiences, you're still the same person, just wiser, softer, and more aware. What makes them invaluable is not that they flatter you or agree with everything you say. It's that they hold up truth with kindness. When life makes you question your worth, they're the ones who say you've still got that spark. When you drift too far from yourself, they're the ones who quietly bring you back. People like this carry a kind of emotional honesty that's grounding. They don't let you shrink into self-doubt or bitterness. They remind you of your resilience, your humor, and the parts of your soul that remain untouched by time. There's a deep psychological comfort in being truly seen. Research in emotional well-being often shows that having even one person who understands you authentically can dramatically improve happiness and life satisfaction, especially in later years. It's not about quantity, it's about emotional quality. When you have someone who reflects your best self back to you, you begin to walk a little taller, speak a little kinder, and live with a bit more purpose. They make you believe that the story of your life still has beautiful chapters left to be written. As we age, we often get caught up in the notion of loss, of time, people, or opportunities, but sometimes, rediscovering ourselves through someone's understanding gaze is the gain we didn't know we needed. So, if there's someone in your life who makes you feel like the best version of yourself, someone who reminds you of who you truly are, hold on to them. Cherish that relationship, because such people don't just accompany you through time. They help you remember why your journey still matters. Number 2, the one who tells you the truth when others stay silent. There comes a point in life when flattery loses its charm, and honesty becomes a gift. When you're young, you might have sought approval or praise. But as you grow older, what you truly need is someone who dares to tell you the truth, even when it's uncomfortable. This person isn't harsh or cruel. Their honesty comes from love, not judgment. They care more about your growth than your comfort. When you've lost your way, they don't just nod politely and let you stumble. They reach out, steady your shoulder, and say, "You're better than this." Their words might sting at first. They might call you out when you make excuses, or challenge your thinking when you're too set in your ways. But deep down, you know they speak because they care. They're not trying to win an argument. They're trying to protect your integrity. As we age, it's easy to fall into the trap of isolation, surrounding ourselves with people who only tell us what we want to hear. But the truth is, comfort without honesty leads to decline. What keeps your mind sharp and your spirit strong are those who refuse to let you settle. Think of how valuable it is to have someone who reminds you of your values when life tempts you to compromise them. Someone who says you've still got fight left in you when you start believing that your best days are behind you. That kind of honesty, when others stay silent, isn't discouragement. It's devotion. As you ended. That kind of honesty, when others stay silent, is truly gold. Delivered with compassion is not criticism. It's care in its purest form. We often underestimate how rare this kind of person is in a world filled with shallow pleasantries and polite avoidance. The one who tells you the truth is a treasure. They hold a mirror not only to your goodness, but also to your blind spots. And, in doing, psychologists often note that honest relationships, those that balance support with constructive truth, are critical for emotional health in later life. They stimulate reflection, resilience, and even gratitude. When someone tells you the truth, it's not to diminish you. It's to remind you of your strength and your ability to rise above. And, if you're wise, you'll listen. Because honesty, when paired with love, keeps you grounded. It prevents pride, complacency, and the slow erosion of self-awareness. It helps you evolve even in your 70s or 80s, reminding you that personal growth never has an expiration date. So, if you have someone who speaks truth into your life with compassion, hold them close. They're not trying to hurt you, they're helping you stay real. They are the steady voice that keeps your heart humble and your character alive. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 2 below to let me know you're here. And, if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now, let's move forward. Number 3, the one who brings laughter back into your life. Somewhere along the way, many people forget how to laugh. Life becomes serious. Bills, losses, aches, and responsibilities all pile up until joy feels like a distant memory. But then there's that one person who walks into your life and reminds you that laughter is not something reserved for the young, it's a medicine, a quiet rebellion against the weight of time. This person might not be the wisest, the most accomplished, or even the closest to you, but they have a lightness about them that changes the air when they enter the room. They know how to turn an ordinary moment into something worth remembering. And, when you're with them, you find yourself laughing the way life twists, surprises, and sometimes makes a fool of us all. Laughter is one of the purest signs that your heart is still open. And, when you're older, finding someone who brings that spark back is like rediscovering youth itself. You feel it in your chest, in your voice, even in your posture. It's a renewal that no medicine can provide. What makes this person special isn't just that they're funny. It's that they remind you of the joy hiding in small moments. Maybe it's an old fishing buddy who still tells the same stories. Or a granddaughter who makes you giggle with her wild imagination. Or, perhaps, it's a new friend who shares your wit and helps you see the humor in growing older, the small absurdities, the quirks, the things we all take too seriously. There's a deep psychology behind laughter and its power to connect. Studies show that humor doesn't just improve mood, it strengthens relationships and lowers stress, even reducing feelings of loneliness. When you laugh with someone, you're sharing a rhythm of trust and ease. It says, in this moment, we're alive together. And, as you age, that shared joy becomes priceless. You start to realize that laughter is not the absence of pain, it's the choice to rise above it. The person who makes you laugh helps you remember that not everything has to be so heavy and that even life's imperfections can be beautiful when met with a smile. So, hold on to the ones who make you laugh, not because they distract you from reality, but because they help you see it more clearly. They remind you that the world is still full of color, even when your days sometimes feel gray. They're the ones who keep your heart young and your spirit unburdened. When the years feel long and the nights feel quiet, laughter becomes a bridge to something deeper, a reminder that even now, there's joy waiting to be found. And the person who helps you find it is someone worth keeping by your side. Number 4, the one who stands beside you in silence. There's a kind of comfort that can't be found in words. It's found in the quiet presence of someone who simply stays when life gets heavy, no explanations, no advice, no need to fill the silence, just being there. And, as you grow older, you learn to value this kind of presence more than anything else. This is the person who doesn't panic when you're struggling, or rush to fix what can't be fixed. They understand that sometimes what you need isn't answers, it's company. The way they sit beside you without judgment, the way their silence says, "You're not alone," carries more power than 1,000 conversations. Maybe it's an old friend who has walked with you through decades of life, who knows your story so well that they don't need to ask questions. Maybe it's a spouse who has shared your quiet mornings, your long drives, your small routines. Or maybe it's simply someone who understands that silence is not emptiness, it's a shared refuge, a place where words aren't necessary, because presence speaks louder. As you age, the people who sit with you in silence are the ones who honor you most deeply. They don't need to solve your storms. They just remind you that you don't have to weather them alone. Hold on to such people. They are not placeholders in your life. They are proof that connection doesn't always roar. Sometimes, it simply sits beside you, soft and sure, like breath itself. Because, in the end, life is not measured by the noise around you, but by the quiet souls who stayed long enough to share the silence with you. Or maybe it's a newer friend who has that rare kind of empathy, the one that doesn't intrude, but surrounds you gently, like a soft blanket on a cold morning. You'll notice that this kind of person doesn't need recognition. They're not loud, and they don't make grand gestures. But when they're around, the world feels a little less sharp, a little less uncertain. They carry a calm that seeps into you, reminding you that not every battle has to be fought alone. Psychologically, the power of silent companionship is immense. Researchers have long found that the human brain responds strongly to feelings of safety and connection, even without words. Just knowing someone is near can lower stress, stabilize heart rate, and ease emotional pain. It's a reminder that the essence of love isn't always expressed, it's felt. This person teaches you that strength doesn't always roar. Sometimes it's the quiet strength of staying put when others walk away. When you face loss, illness, or those lonely nights when memories keep you awake, they're the ones who quietly show up. They don't try to erase your pain, they share it. And, as you age, that kind of companionship becomes sacred. You stop chasing excitement and start cherishing peace. The people who bring that peace are your anchors, the steady lights that keep you from drifting too far in life's storms. So, if you have someone who sits beside you without needing to fill the silence, hold on to them. They are the reminder that love doesn't always need words. It can exist in the quiet, in the ordinary, in the stillness of being understood without saying a thing. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 4 below to let me know you're here. And, if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell, so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now, let's move forward. Final thoughts. As we close, take a moment to reflect on the 4 kinds of people we've talked about today: the one who reminds you of who you are, the one who tells you the truth when others stay silent, the one who brings laughter back into your life, and the one who stands beside you in silence. Each of them holds a different key to your peace, your growth, and your happiness. As of these people, hold them close. Life has a way of drifting people apart. And sometimes we don't realize the value of presence until it's gone. These are the souls who make growing older not something to fear, but something to cherish. As time moves on, it's not the possessions or the accomplishments that give your life meaning, it's the people who walk beside you, reminding you that you're still growing, still capable, still loved. Nurture those connections. Call them, thank them, let them know how deeply they matter to you. And, if you find yourself missing one of these people in your life, don't lose heart. It's never too late to open your circle again, to reach out, to rebuild trust, or to let someone new in. Life keeps sending us the right souls, when our hearts stay open to receive them. No one enters your life by chance. The people who stay are there for a reason, to help you grow, to remind you of your worth, and to walk with you through the changing seasons of time. So, treasure them deeply. Because, in the end, it's not the years that define your life, it's the love you shared along the way. Thank you for joining us today. We'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment below, and share one thing you learned today, and how you plan to use it in your life. Your thoughts are important to us, so don't hesitate to share them. Reading your comments gives us great motivation and encouragement. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please like, subscribe, and share. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Thanks for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.